Hey guys, now we've all heard those unidentifiable noises when you're going down the road, either when your suspension's moving or when you're on the throttle. Well, we're going to take a couple minutes and try to track down some of those issues. And first, we're going to start with shocks. Now, there's a couple different things you need to look for when you're looking at your shocks. You've got two different styles of bushings. The bushings up top can actually wear out, creating a gap and making this travel up and down, creating quite a bit of noise. And down below, you've got the other different style of bushing. As you can see, the inner rubber is actually pushed out, and that can also create noise. Now, what you can do is just replace the bushings on this shock, because the shock itself is actually okay. It's got force going up and down. So this shock isn't worn out, but you can go and replace the bushings. Secondly, you've got the physical appearance of the shock itself. If they're leaking, and you can take them out and actually look at how well they go down. This shock is obviously wore out, so it's better off to just replace this shock than to try to repair anything on it. So if you get a good brand new shock that works perfectly, you should have a shock that travels upward with no problems. And for all that clanging and banging that might be going on underneath the hood, don't forget to check your engine and transmission mounts. Now, these are actual wearable items. They're two pieces of metal that are encased in rubber. So you don't transmit all of those vibrations from your engine to your chassis, and you feel that in your seat. But when they do fail, they actually tie them together, because you don't want your transmission or your engine completely falling out of your truck. And for you guys out there that are doing engine swaps, the mounts are basically the same. They have the plate that bolts directly onto the engine, but you have to weld your mounts into your chassis. Now, this allows you to put your engine in pretty much any chassis. They also have rubber bushings that'll take up some of those vibrations. And for the guys that are running high horsepower and high torque applications, they have solid mounts. This bolts directly to your engine, but also bolts directly to your chassis, helping put all of that horsepower directly to the ground. When you absolutely cannot find that noise that's coming out from underneath your truck, you can go get yourself a chassis ear. Now, these work where you put the transmitters on the suspected problem areas. And then, as you're driving down the road, select your channel and take a listen. And once your buddies find out you have one of these, you could probably charge a little bit of rent for it.